The righteous way of living. When a relationship comes to us, if a connection comes to us, it must have a purpose. Even if the other person comes without knowing the purpose, you should believe that they have a purpose and treat the relationship well. When a relationship comes to us, they come to receive our help. When someone comes to me because they need me, I have to talk to them about what they want from me and how far I need to help. If I respond naively to the other person or help them unconditionally without questioning something, this will lead to possible betrayal later on. So when someone comes to me, I have to watch and listen to what the other person wants right away without any secrets from the beginning. This is to test if the other person is impatient, and if they are not, it is essential to keep talking and find out if they need something. So if I decide to help, I have to help less than 30% of what I have. No matter how close you are, if you want to help more than 30% of the mass, you have to be careful because it will bring difficulties. If the other person asks for more than 30%, you must politely decline. Assuming that I have a lot of energy because I have done a good job and that energy is 100%, I am obligated to give 30% of my energy to the other person. At this time, when someone approaches you for a relationship, it is essential to give less than 30% to maintain your energy. Similarly, when investing, we have to be careful to invest only 30% of what we have and not exceed this amount. If we invest more than 30%, we should know that the negative energy will be used against us. On the contrary, when I go to the other party looking for a relationship, when I ask the other person, I need to cooperate with the other person within 30% of what I want to solve my problems that I have involved them in. This will give you credibility and set the stage for a better relationship in the future. The same principle should also be applied when the marital relationship becomes twisted. When a lower hand approaches the upper hand, she has the wisdom to untangle the twist if they approach by looking at the upper hand's knowledge and saying less than 30% of the requirements to fix the problem. The underdog here is the one who is the most frustrated of the two. Assuming the other person has a requirement of 100%, I should approach them with only 30% of my requirements. So, when it leads to a good result, the family harmony begins to circulate, and then the credibility and connection builds up little by little, setting the stage to solve the next hurdle in the relationship. The bottom line is that this world we are living in is a three-dimensional place, so we have to go through 3 steps to complete everything. We have 3 stages in everything we live through, and we complete this first stage by 30%, the middle stage 70%, and the remaining 30% of the last stage. So when we are helping, when we are getting help by someone, or when we are investing, we have to go through 3 steps, and we have to start with 30%. By knowing these laws of nature, we can solve problems well, and we will be wise by making good use of these laws. Summary. The text posits that every relationship or connection that comes into our lives has a purpose. It's vital to approach relationships with discernment and clarity about intentions. A principle the text repeatedly emphasizes is the 30% rule. This suggests that, whether giving help, investing, or seeking assistance, one should only commit or ask for up to 30% of whatever one has, to avoid undue strain or risk. This idea is framed as a natural law that aligns with the perceived three-dimensional nature of our world. The belief is that by understanding and applying this rule, we can navigate challenges more wisely. Analysis. Intentionality in relationships. The writer stresses the importance of clarity in relationships. People should communicate transparently about their needs and intentions to avoid misunderstandings or potential betrayal. The 30% rule as a safety net. By suggesting not to give or take more than 30% of what one has, the writer seems to advocate for maintaining a safety net. This ensures that one doesn't overextend oneself, leaving some resources, whether emotional, financial, or energy-wise, in reserve. Three-dimensional perspective. The mention of the world as a three-dimensional place seems to be more metaphorical than literal. The idea is that life processes or tasks often occur in stages, and by starting with a 30% effort or investment, it gives a solid foundation to progress. Application in different scenarios. The text not only applies the 30% rule to personal relationships but also extends it to areas like investment and problem solving. This universality suggests the author believes the principle is fundamental. Wisdom in moderation. The overarching message seems to be that moderation in our commitments, investments, and expectations leads to better outcomes, reduces the risk of disappointments, and preserves harmony in relationships. Mentor's insight. Life is full of uncertainties. While it's commendable to approach relationships with good intentions and an open heart, it's also essential to have boundaries. The 30% rule is a good reminder not to overextend oneself. However, it's vital to remember that every situation and relationship is unique. It's crucial to be flexible and adaptive. What works for one scenario might not be suitable for another. This rule serves as a guideline, but intuition, communication, experience, and discernment play vital roles in navigating the complexities of life and relationships. Thanks for watching.